You ask yourself, well, how big is the problem of suicide? And we know that we're second in the nation for youth suicide. In a classroom size of 30, we have 8 students standing up now having feelings of depression. Then I have 4 additional students stand up in a classroom size of 30 who have had thoughts of suicide, ideation. Then I have an additional 4 students stand up and say 4 of you have actually developed a plan. And then I have 2 other students stand up in addition and say 2 of you have actually attempted suicide. So 2 in this classroom, this very classroom of 30 students, 2 of you have already attempted. Then I have 1 student stand up. And you can imagine the silence in the room now as they're getting a visual. And I say 1 person already in a classroom size of 30 has had such a severe suicide attempt that they've had to receive medical treatment. Then I ask, how many of you have had your lives touched by suicide? And almost half or more students will raise their hand and say that somewhere in their life has been touched by suicide, whether it be a friend, a family member, themselves, someone in their community, that they've had some kind of emotional impact by someone taking their life. And that's staggering to realize that how many people's lives are being impacted by the act of suicide. And that's what we want to prevent.
In the course of my teaching, I had a student who left the classroom, and I followed her, and it turned out that she was having a really, really tough time. And in the past few days, she had been contemplating suicide and been thinking about this very subject, and she'd been fighting with her family. And so I was able to just ask her, if she's willing to wait here until the class is finished. Are you willing to do that? Can you wait here, and I will help you as soon as the class is finished? And she was willing, and after the class got over, I was able to walk with her to the counselor. We were able to get her some help, and I was able to follow up a few weeks later, and she was doing much better.
New Hope, the program, is it's a task force made up of individual volunteers that come together to do suicide prevention here in the community. And in that task force, there is a school-based program where there's educators, teachers, and facilitators like myself who go out into the school and teach the kids about suicide prevention.
My dad committed suicide in 2012. At first I was really angry, and then I was more depressed, not depressed, but upset and hurt. And then I was just angry at everyone and everything. Even though I knew Becky, I knew that the presentation was gonna be really hard. And she just hugged me and she was like, it's okay. And that helped a lot, knowing that it's not my fault and somebody's there to hold me and to care and to listen and to help talk me through things and explain things to me that I didn't understand. I'm doing much better because of the counseling and the programs and all of my support. It took a long time, but it was all worth it. It would be worth everything if this program continues to save one child from going through what I do every day.